What's going on, yo? What's going on? What's going on? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Joe's caught it. Joe says a minute early. You hear me? A minute early. Things things worked out today. Things worked out today. Well, so far, so far. We still got a few hours to go. I don't want to call it right, but yeah, starting the show at least worked out today. We'll say that starting the program, as Jason Black would say, um, worked out today, right? So, um, all the videos I have before the Atlantic Star conversation, which I just posted. So if you missed it, that's okay. That's the unedited, uninterrupted conversation, right? So yeah, with Jamal Woolard. Okay, right? Um, yeah. So I just posted the original. And obviously I caught this off of Angry Man's channel. I went and I watched the original, um, unedited. So we got everything right. So links are in the description box. Shout out to the replay gang. When they catch it, they'll be able to watch it. Um, but I know I didn't give you guys that much time. So let's do some house cleaning first by addressing something from Angry Man before we get to the conversation with Mr. Jamal Woolard and Claudia Jordan and the rest of that panel. First, and I just put some music from Biggie, funny enough, not too long ago also. So okay, let's get to it. First, to what Angry Man said about Cubans, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans defining themselves by their culture and not slavery. Z, with all respect to Angry Man, did you grow up around Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans? Slavery and the lineage and the vestiges and the echoes and the shadow of transatlantic slavery is written all over Caribbean Latinos culture. It's all over it. Everything from the colorism, everything from to the light skin or white or dark skin black and who grandma or grandpa treats better, huh? Everything, the racial hierarchy that is rife all through Dominican culture, Puerto Rican culture, Cuban culture, huh? Angry Man, I grew up with these people's children and grandchildren. Angry Man, it's all over their culture. It is their culture. I get it, Angry Man, you're on your conservative kick, but brother, that was one of the most ahistorical comments you'd have made in. Ooh, that's saying something. I, I'm with you. You know your light skin, dark skin thing. You had to do it because if you listen to Angry Man for more than 5 seconds, eventually he gonna talk about this light skin, dark skin thing. Angry Man really need to get a handle on this thing for real. You listen to Angry Man for 5 seconds, eventually we gonna start talking about light skin, dark skin. Huh? Okay, fine. Mr. Z got through that, and then here comes the conservative mumbo jumbo, not true, ahistorical crap. Angry Man, it's not true, brother. It's not true. All over Latino culture is the vestiges of slavery. All over it. For the good and the bad. All over Puerto Rican culture. And Mr. Z grew up with Puerto Ricans right off the island, Puerto Ricans that stopped in New York and then moved to South Florida, right? Grew up with Cubans right off the island, or their parents are right off the island, their grandparents right off the island. To those whose people been here since the 1960s, 1950s, huh? grew up with Dominicans who's been here for some decades, or who parents just moved here a couple years ago. I grew up with these Latinos. I went to school with them. It's not true, angry man. I get what you were trying to do. I get it, but brother, that's not true. Huh? The Latino culture, Caribbean Latino culture, is rife with all of it. Huh? And their marriage rate isn't as high as y'all would like to think it is. Huh? Their child in wedlock marriage rate isn't as high. What you think it is? 80%, 85%? It's not. Huh? So I get what you were saying, Angry Man, but on this one, I had to start off with this. Angry Man, I don't know, brother. I get what you're trying to say, because especially you let certain black people talk, certain black women talk, especially they try to shame you. They try to hide their behavior behind slavery and coming out of Jim Crow. I get it, the trauma. I get it. I get what you're. But that example you tried to use, ah, huh? It's just not true, brother. And as a matter of fact, a lot of those Latinos are going through a lot of the same thing black men in America are going through with women, huh? There's a lot. There's a lot of white worship over there in the Latino community. It's not just in Angry Man brought up, yeah, they speak Spanish, but no, it's more than that, right? So I spent about a few minutes on this. I just want to make sure we get that out the way. Angry Man, br- brother, you see, when y'all say these things, I don't know if y'all around these folks, if y'all grew up with them, if like this always constantly comparing black people to these other people and be like, see, they don't do this and they don't move like that and they don't act like this. And Mr. Z is always like, who y'all talking about? Who y'all comparing black people to? Y'all notice Mr. Z pushed back on this stuff a lot. I'm always like, who are you speaking about? Because that's not true, especially with the Latinos you listed. Maybe some of the Central Americans you could mention, but that wouldn't be true either. The Latinos in Central America, but the Caribbean Latinos that you listed, specifically Cubans, Dominicans, and Puerto Ricans, ooh, angry man. Look, I grew up with them. Nope, that ain't true. I don't know about those of you that grew up with them in New York, but when I would visit New York as a kid, and we went a few dozen times, well, a couple dozen times. I ain't gonna exaggerate and say a few dozen, but a couple dozen times. The Latinos that I would hear over here going to bodegas, and it's all the same thing. I don't know what this they define themselves by their culture and they're not held up by slavery. And yeah, they may not be bringing it up as excuses on everything, but woo, slavery's still kicking them in the rear end. A lot of their culture is defined by that, by the shadow of slavery, by the vestiges of transatlantic slavery. So I hear you, angry man, but ah, I don't know if that's an example. I don't know if that's a good example. I get, once again, black people, ADOS, FBA, I'm not ADOS, FBA folks, in a certain type of comportment and behavior, and then try to use slavery as an excuse. Maybe Latinos aren't saying that. They don't say that. Oh, but the way they move, once you understand female headed households because of slavery, or you understand the dynamic of white and black men concerning any woman who was or who ancestry was on the receiving end of slavery. Once you see that dynamic and you can see it replicated in different groups, you understand that slavery. You understand the oppression and the lineage of that and how that stems down in the way the women are behaving, how they behave. So I once again, angry man, I don't know. I don't know. Right? So on that note, right? we'll leave that one and let me read this one now. I'm gonna read your comment in a second, guy incognito, because I did see Shay Sade's shout out. And Cyrus Burke says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. And Cyrus says, La Casta might as La Casta might as well be a religion for them down there. Exactly. Slavery hasn't gone anywhere in their cultures, right? The whips and chains might have disappeared, but the whole racial hierarchy and color, you want to talk about colorism? Shout out to black women in America. Y'all want to talk about colorism? Go check the Latinos just about anywhere. Just about anywhere. Central America, the Caribbean, anywhere. Huh? You want to talk about colorism? Check out Cuban and Cuban culture, Dominican culture. Huh? I agree with Cyrus on this one. Huh? Their culture, right? Ah, so once again, I understand what Angry Man was trying to say, but on this one, brother, that example, I don't know. I don't know about this example, right? And then in this weird old thing, where everybody went through slavery, every culture went through slavery. Angry Man, bro, I get it, brother. Conservative crap, bro. Y'all be sounding like white conservatives. I don't think y'all realize y'all can't move and talk like them. Shout out to all the black conservative brothers. Y'all be saying the same thing they say, and all right, keep on dismissing this thing. I don't know. Is it just Z? Maybe y'all don't realize the snapback. Maybe you don't realize when you're walking into a bear trap. Maybe it's just I don't know. Huh? So all right, cool. Anyway, moving along. So Claudia Jordan speaks to the brother who played Biggie, Jamal Woolard. Why do I struggle to say Woolard? Woolard. And you know the brother. I agree with Angry. Now we get to the agreement of Angry with what I agree with Angry Man on. You know the brother spoke about dating non-black women and how they treated him, and he said the word better. Now Mr. Z might not have framed it in that way. Oh, but I would have stood on what I said. And it's this simple. In the black community, we have raised our daughters that they don't have to consider what men care about, what men and boys like. They don't have to consider black men and boys' feelings, what they like, what they think. Black women don't have to do anything for the pleasure of black men and boys. And there is nothing wrong with that. Black women and girls are liberated from having to consider black men and boys. There is nothing wrong with that. Black men, too, are liberated. And if black men and boys and young men decide to date and potentially marry out because black women and girls don't consider black men and boys, then so be it. Huh? I want to be very clear what Z is saying. To whoever that was, the that was part of that panel, I think, was she a therapist or some type of whatever, you know, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or even dismissive here. I want to be very clear. And Claudia Jordan, the example she get, this BBL Instagram baddie thing, y'all doing too much with this example. The brother who said no, if you go on any dating profile, exactly. This is not just an Instagram baddie thing. This is a young woman thing. This is a woman thing. This is specifically, because we're talking about black women thing. The entitlement. The entitlement with the bad behavior. What's bad behavior? Whatever black men say bad behavior is. Oops. God damn, Z. Let's be very clear how many of us were raised. That's many Xers, just about all millennials and Gen Z. As young men, we are raised that black women are going to be black women, black girls are going to be black girls. It is up to you as a black boy, as a black man, to accept her behavior, her misbehavior, and move accordingly. Whoops. She's not going to change. She's going to be obnoxious. She's going to be condescending. She's going to be mean. She's going to be sassy. She's going to be rude. Whether she's educated or not, if she's of a certain class, it'll just present itself differently, but it's still going to be the same thing. Huh? And it's up to you as a black man to eat that. And what you find is a number of extra men said, yeah, about that. Nope. An increasing amount of millennial men said, yeah, about that. Nope. An even more increasing amount of Gen Z men said, yeah, nope. Black women, you could act however you want. You don't owe us acting the way we want you to. And likewise, we don't have to stay. Ooh, goddamn. Huh? Saint Cyr, thank you for giving me the pass. Saint Cyr says, go ahead and say it, Z. She's going to be an asshole. Isn't that how we have been raised as black men, that black girls and women are going to be antagonistic? They're going to be mean. They're unwarranted sass. And black men are just supposed to eat that. Black boys are just supposed to eat that. I want to be very clear what Z is saying. Most black men are not going to articulate it the way Z just did. Most black men aren't even going to articulate it the way Jamal Woolard, Z, could you get it out, just did, or at least on that clip he did. I should put this as a minute late review, so it was 2 weeks ago, or at least it was published 2 weeks ago. Most black men are not going to say it. You want to know what your young black men are going to do? They're going to pop up at the family event holding the Latina's hand. They're going to pop up at the family event with the Asian girl. They're going to pop up at the family event with the white girl. That's how you know. Goddamn, Z. Huh? Mr. Z is the one speaking. Most of these young men, they're not going to say, Mom, the way y'all acted was traumatizing. The way you and auntie and grandma them, the way the girl cousins them, the young girls that I went to school with, the black women, as I became a black man, as I became an adult, black men are not going to say anything. They're just going to pop up holding the Latina's hand. Don't ask him on Thanksgiving dinner why he popped up with the Latina. He going to lie to your face. Oh, no, you know, we just fell in love. You know, we just met and we... Huh? Don't ask him why he popped up with the white girl. Stop asking. You know why. We got to start talking to black women like they're not dumb. Because they're not. They know why. And they say it. Oh, you couldn't handle a strong black woman. You know why? You said strong. You said strong, we heard aggressive, and you're right. Uh-oh. Huh? Y'all keep... y'all... Let's be very clear. Black men in the black manosphere. Black women know what it is. They're angry at your mothers for not raising you to deal with black women, and no matter how she acts and comport herself, or how black women writ large act and comport themselves, or how black women give other black women passes for being assholes to black men specifically. Here's the thing. Our moms do raise us that way in large part, and we still buck them. Oops.
He's right, you know.
Huh? Uh-oh. The problem that black women are running into in large part is the other side of acting and speaking and comporting themselves however they want concerning black men, not trying to check or regulate other black women for talking crazy to or about black men, if not tacitly agreeing, if not enthusiastically, that's the word, agreeing with said behavior. What's said behavior? Black men ain't ish talk? Huh? Black men secretly DL talk? Overly sassy? aggressive for no reason, sassy for no reason, argumentative for no reason, combative for no reason. I want to be clear. I agree with Angry Man 100% that y'all don't bring on the Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. Y'all don't bring on the Angry Men. Angry Man. Well, I guess if it's multiple Angry Mans, then it's Angry Men. The Angry Men, right? Y'all don't bring on the BGSs, huh? Y'all don't. If y'all do, and trust me, eventually they will. They won't have a choice. Y'all edit certain things. Y'all talk over them. Y'all try not to get them to speak, right? Let's be very clear what Z is saying. Black women are dealing with the consequence of not giving a F what men care about, what black men in specific care about. Huh? It's that simple. Dear ladies, you can do whatever you want, however you want, concerning your love life, in your dating life, in your sex life. The men just don't have to accept it. It's that simple. Huh? Your negative liberty comes at a cost, ladies. This is one of the hardest things for people writ large, black women in specific, to come to terms with. People writ large, women more specifically, black women even more specifically. You don't have to take into consideration anything black men are saying or doing or what black men like or care about. You don't have to. Dear ladies, that comes at a cost. And that's what Mr. Jamal was speaking about. What's better? What he likes? Oops. What's better? What he cares about? What's better? At least finessing the money out of him instead of putting in your bio, if you want a link, hit my Cash App. Whoops. Huh? It's as if women, black women specifically, have lost the art of seduction. A feminine seduction. Wait, wouldn't that mean that you would have to appeal to the sensibilities of black men? Whoopsie. Look like we ran into a roadblock with that one. Huh? And Toya says, is that cost comparable to our makeup bill? Laughing my butt off. Look, I think women know what to do to get sex. Just walk out your door. I think all women know what to do if they want to have sex. They all they gotta do is walk out the door. Huh? If if they wanted to have sex with a particular type or cast of man or class of man, okay, yeah, do yourself up, put on some makeup, put on a nice dress, maybe some heels, maybe put some more sway in the hips when you walk, right? And this is where the makeup come in, right? But how to comport yourself for a man that's gonna go to distance with you in a relationship that turns into marriage and family, oh, that's a whole different conversation. Huh? That's a whole different conversation. The ladies are running into the wall of their negative liberty. The reason why my title is tell them the truth, tell her the truth, It's because he did start backing up when he said better. Now, once again, as he said, I would not have framed it that way. Mr. Z would not have backed himself into a corner with that. But okay, fine, let's go with it. Better, what's better? What he likes? Better, what's better? Not being an asshole out the gate. Not being an asshole at all, but definitely not being an asshole out the gate. Huh? And he said it. It's about the money, but it's not about the money. What is he saying? These people are being crass. The women are being crass. Black women are being crass. They're being so overt. They're being so blatant that it's all about the money. In other words, black man, all you are is your wallet. Ooh. I mean, you not white, so you don't have no power. So all you are is your money. All you are is what you could buy me. All you are is what I could show off to my girlfriends that you bought me or that I was able to finesse out of you. Uh-oh. That's another word. Toya says uncouth. Huh? Lack all type of tact or class. It's so explicitly transactional. Huh? And BGS says, well, give us a price. But that takes away the tiny, teeny, tiny, teeny, teeny, tiny bit of plausible deniability that they want. They don't want to be explicitly 10 toes, even though that's how they moving. They still want a shred of plausible deniability. Huh? Oh man. The man told y'all what it was. Y'all, Claudia Jordan. No, Claudia Jordan, don't she live in LA? Claudia Jordan know what it is. Stop it with this. Oh, it's the women y'all choose. It's the women with the BBS. It's the Instagram hotties. Like the other brother said, no, it's all of y'all. It's all. If I go onto any dating app, it's black women. Huh? Y'all keep on blaming the BBL chicks, the BBL women. That's a coward's way out. It's not just the BBL women, Claudia Jordan. It's some of your own homegirls, like Lisa Ray. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Ooh, Z. You said that out loud, Z. Uh-oh. Like Vivica. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Huh? Definitely Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray told you if you don't make 500 a year, don't talk to her. Lisa Ray, has anybody ring your phone yet? Ooh, goddamn, Z. Ooh, Z, stop it. Stop it, Z. Huh? Yikes. BGS asks, why do we accept it? I think there's a number of black men that feel like they're obligated. Huh? I haven't heard this word in forever. Eric says, Eric says, Z, my big mama used to call those types trollops. What year did we fall into? I haven't heard that in forever. Oh man. Oh man, I haven't heard that in forever. What year did I swear I haven't heard that word in like 30 years, 20 something years. Oh man. Good word too. But maybe we need to bring it back. Huh? So we have to be clear. He vocalized it. Mr. Jamal vocalized it. much of your nephews, your own sons, your younger cousins, they're not. Y'all gonna show up for family reunion and y'all gonna see a number of them with Latinas. Dear black women, stop asking why. You know why. You're not gonna do anything about it. What does Z mean? Mr. Z is not talking about you shaming them. Mr. Z is talking about black women's behavior. Stop asking them, oh, you couldn't find a cute, a nice black girl at the college? No! You said the word nice. Huh? What was it? Blackish? When they even had it on the goddamn commercial. When the son was, I think he was signing up for college or something like that, or he was on some college campus, and one of them sisters was like, "What are you looking at?" He was like, "Oh, I think she's gonna be my future wife." Look, in real life, this is not how it works. Shout out to black women who's been trying their hardest to get black men to accept their abusive ass behavior and language. That's not how it works. Huh? He goes to college, he meets her, he might pipe, he might date her for a little bit. They break up, and then the Latina girl make her move, and it's over. Whoops. Even the white girl gonna marry him. The white girl gonna divorce him within 10, 12 years. But guess what? She know how to play the game in the beginning. Uh-oh. Huh? Y'all tried to grill that brother. Y'all think y'all teaching us a lesson when we watch it? Mr. Z's speaking on this. You know what other black men see? Oh, I just won't even talk to them about it. When they ask me why I'm with the white girl or why I'm with the Latina, oh no, it's just the way it is. I just met her in school and then huh? Isn't that what y'all nephews telling y'all right now? Ooh, goddamn Z. Isn't that what y'all younger god cousins telling y'all right now? When y'all, dear ladies, women, black women, when y'all make these very public displays of shaming a black man when he speaks about why black men date out, y'all not teaching young black men any lesson except to not have the conversation with you. That's what y'all teaching them. To give y'all some BS reason. Oh no, we just met each other and we started talking and we were friends first and da 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 da. Huh? That's what ends up happening. And Saint Cyr says, say it again, Z. They know how to play their role without putting up too much fuss. Keyword: too much fuss. Not saying they don't have will. I think you meant to say they don't will out to but okay. Anyway, I get what you're saying. Look, at the end of the day, we're talking about other human beings. It's as if what we're dealing with a number of black women is if you can't deal with her domineering ass behavior, then you're asking her to shrink herself. Z, you're not gonna do it. Yes, Z is. And so what if I am? Ooh, god damn. You said that out loud. Oh, Z, you said that out loud. Jesus Christ, Z, you said that out loud. Whew, you're not supposed to say that, Z. First off, let's be very clear. The masses of black men, that's not actually what they're asking you to do. They're asking you not to be an asshole, but you correlate being an asshole with shrinking yourself. So that's why Z just said, so what about if we are asking you to shrink yourself? Oops. Let's be very clear. Most black men aren't asking black women to shrink themselves. They're asking black men are asking black women not to be assholes. To them specifically and to black men writ large. Black women are saying, that's too much to ask. But you asking me not to see you as a walking wallet, not to be overtly transactional, not to be mean, and not to be an asshole. Oh no, you asking me too much. Huh? So, what do our sons learn from this conversation? They learn to not even entertain the question. Huh? That's what our sons learn. That's what our nephews learn. They learn to give some BS answer or reason if you do ask. Oh, you don't have an issue with black women now, do you? No, no, no. I just met her, and then as a matter of fact, she came on to me, which half the times is true. Huh? Telescope, this is what I'm saying. And Telescope says nobody is owed a date or an explanation. Bye, Felicia. Huh? I think so. This is the one of the this is at the crux of the argument. The assumption that black women are on the right side of history and black women's reading of every dynamic, particularly concerning America, is the correct reading. Huh? So in their minds, their reading of the dynamic between black men and black women and the way black men should behave and what black men should be willing to accept is correct. So it is okay for a black woman to turn you down for any reason, whether she doesn't find you attractive, whether you're too short, whether you don't earn enough, whether you're too arrogant, whether you're too show off. That's perfectly okay. It is perfectly okay. And quite frankly, that's not even exclusively a black woman thing. It is okay for any woman to turn down any man for any reason. And men are okay with that. Our society is okay with that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone in our society is perfectly okay with that. She could turn you down because you're not charismatic enough. She could turn you down because of your height. She could turn you down because of your wardrobe. She could turn you down because of your money. She could turn you down because you haven't achieved a certain level of education, formal education. She could turn you down because maybe you come off once again too arrogant, too full of yourself, right? She could turn you down because you come off too nerdy, right? And y'all gives you a second. Oh boy, the biker guys, right? She could turn you down for whatever reason. Oh God, y'all gives you a second. Okay, all right, all right, all right, y'all. Yep, yep. Okay, we see you. We see you, right? Now, when it comes to men, all right, okay, oh, y'all gives you a second. Yep, yep, yep. We see, we hear y'all. We hear y'all. We see y'all. Right? Okay. When it comes to men, you must be willing to accept any and everything. And Cheryl says, cause, exactly, cause you're too small, you're too big, too broke, too controlling, too etc. 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 Exactly. Women can turn down men for whatever reason, and that's perfectly understand. Mr. Z really means that. This is something we all accept. Everybody understands this. There's not too much fuss about this. Now, when it comes the other way around, men writ large, black men specifically, there's a problem. Why? Because the assumption is that women are correct and men are incorrect concerning men and women and their dynamics in relationship, in intimate relationship, specifically in the black community. This is why the black community is a gynocracy. Huh? So when that brother says, hey, these women in other places were treating me different, and he couldn't get the Indian thing out. He was like, Sri Lanka. I think JR Wisdom got it right too, or whoever covered it, somebody else got it right too. I was like, he's talking about Sri Lanka. He was like, shout out to Mr. Woolard. Z, get his last name right. Right. Once he said Indian, and I was like, okay, so if she's Indian, but she's not Indian, what you mean Pakistani, or you mean Bangladesh? You mean Sri Lanka? What you trying to say? He's like, Sri Lanka, bro, Sri Lanka, right? If Mr. Jamal, Mr. Woolard, there you go, Z, you got it right the first time. If Mr. Woolard gave you his reason, which he didn't even have to do, as a courtesy, he gave you his reason, then that's what it is. We don't question women when they give their reason if they are so graceful, if they're so gracious, better yet, to give us a reason why they turn down said man or why they don't date said men. Huh? Oh man. And Gilgami says, a friend's niece. My friends and I aren't our ideal aren't were our ideal man. Me, does your ideal man want you? I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say. That's a hard pill for people to swallow, women in specific. I think men, because the way we socialize men are socialized to be okay with your ideal, with who you see as the ideal woman, not seeing you as the ideal man, right? Women, on the other hand, have a difficult time coming to terms with this. Huh? And they make sure to put themselves in position to never actually have to run into the wall of not being their ideals man type and having it sit to them overtly. They crumble. Huh? And it's as Lion says, are you your type's type? Huh? Are you your type's type? We know as men, you may not be your type's type. And you might have had that said to you very overtly. Ladies, on the other hand, oh boy. Huh? Mr. Woolard is an actor. He's doing okay in life. He's been able to, I think he was engaged or he was engaged as of filming, or if he's not married, right? He has these experiences. He knows what he's talking about. Claudia Jordan knows he knows what he's talking about. He's just not supposed to say it out loud. Less up and coming black actors getting ideas. Less any of you getting the ideas. Uh-oh. Huh? He said what needed to be said. I agree with Angry Man. I would not have backtracked. Huh? And the lady that said, I'm trying to save you, look, and as kind of a way as I can, I would express, I don't need your saving. I'm sorry, but thank you. Thank you for being so kind, but I said it the way I meant it. Huh? When I said better, I'm talking about the way they treat me. They treat me better. I said it the way I meant it. Huh? And Detroit says Jamal Woolard played Biggie Smalls in Notorious and All Eyes on Me. I know if you take the links in my description box, the two first ones, the songs, you'll see I linked Biggie. I did that on purpose. And you'll see what songs I linked to. And there's excuse me, at least another two that popped up into my mind after I started streaming. Me and My Itch, which I'm gonna add. Shout out to the replay gang, right? And um God damn, it's another joint. It just slipped my mind. But yeah. Huh? And Saint Cyr says his gynocracy iOS started going into hyperdrive when that lady said that to him. That I'm trying to save you. Look, I won't say he was being a coward. I think if you black men that are listening right now, black men that consume content from the black manosphere, I don't think y'all appreciate how rare we are. And I'm not just saying that, to blow smoke up our rear ends. Pause. I'm saying that because most brothers aren't engaging in these conversations, number one. Number two, when they are hit with this, they crumble. Number three, they fumble, right? They back themselves into a corner. And you have to see it as a battle when you get into these conversations with black women, particularly black women you care about. You have to see it as a battle. And you have to win for her own good. Let me say it again. You have to win for her own good. If you have a niece, if you have a daughter, if you have a girl cousin you care about, and you start talking about why black men might date out, if you can't get her to understand, and once again, we're talking about somebody you care about, that's why you're even engaging in the conversation in the first place. If you don't get her to understand that, then be prepared for her to go through what she gonna go through with any black or non-black man. Huh? And Telescope says stumble, fumble, crumble. And Trail says stumble, fumble, crumble. And to me, he says stumble, fumble, and crumble. Right? Oh man. Hey, Inspired Truth. Let me read this one now. And that's a good question. Inspired Truth says, are you your type's type beyond pipe? Basically, that's the question. That's the question. Huh? Now, because of the way sex works between men and women, there is no beyond pipe. If she would let you pipe, more than likely you might be her type or tolerable. You might be able to weasel it. Clearly, because you already did. Oop. Giggity. Huh? Oh man. The way sex works between men and women, you have a pretty good idea whether you're your type's type if you pipe it. And at least you know you're at least tolerable to some degree. Now for women, it works differently. She might not be her type's type, but he still will pipe. Huh? And that's the question. Shout out and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. That's why we count wedding rings. Dear women, black women, that's why we count wedding rings. Don't tell us about who you dated. Don't tell us about what type of money they spent on you, or what type of restaurants y'all went to, who you were able to finesse. Did you finesse him into a wedding ring? Ooh, goddamn. That's why we count wedding rings. Don't tell us about no expensive trips. All that sound nice. You could show us the Louis bag. And did you get that wedding ring though? That's the question. Huh? What Mr. Woolard said, Mr. Z agrees with Angry Man. He should have just stood on it. He just stood, not budged. See what I'm saying, Trell? Don't tell me you got flued out. For any of us stable or above, it may not feel good, but $2,000 over a weekend, $2,500 over a weekend to pipe some fine chick, that ain't gonna be the end of the world. Dear ladies, okay, he put you in a nice hotel. He flew you out over the weekend. Y'all went to a nice restaurant. You might have got $2,500 out of him, maybe even $5,000 if he got it like that. That ain't nothing. That hurts your average American, but any bachelor brother that have his finances figured out, that ain't the end of the world. You might be bragging to your girlfriends about it. That's not the end of the world. You got flued out. You got flued out to Atlanta or Miami or LA or New York or Chicago or Dallas or Austin. He had you in a nice hotel. Y'all went to an expensive restaurant. He got to smash 2, 3 nights. That ain't nothing. Telescope, this is the question. Are you his type for a night or for a lifetime? Huh? And that is the question, not just for black women. To be frank with you, because it works differently for men, I'm going to still say the question, but it works differently for men. This is a question for everyone. Are you your type's type for a lifetime? This specifically works for women. This question is specifically for women. Huh? This question is specifically for women, but it kind of spans the gamut. And this is what women are running into, black women in specific. The dating market has been blown wide open. Y'all got people walking around here talking about pansexual. Huh? Y'all got dudes out here walking around in mini skirts. Goddamn. Remember hanging down the goddamn mini skirt. And y'all think y'all can hold black men hostage in the black community with some shaming tactics? By getting one of them told to act as a warning on the others? The dating market has been blown wide open. The and um, Loving versus Virginia was 1967. So are people still going to marry largely within race? Yes. For the foreseeable future? Yeah. But for the people that leak out of their communities and date out and then eventually marry out, particularly for black men, dear black women, what exactly are y'all doing outside of trying to shame brothers that would make them stay? And if you got it like that, then why aren't the white men marrying y'all in significant number? Ooh, goddamn, see? Or the Latinos, yikes. We ain't even mentioned the Asians, that's not a thing. An attractive black woman is an attractive black woman. Why isn't the white guy willing to risk his $150,000 inheritance for you? If you had it like that, he would have. Ooh, goddamn. Huh? Black women, we know you don't got nowhere else to go. You should start acting like it. Ooh, goddamn. Get out of your pride, get out of your ego, and start acting like it. Or you could be out here like real talk with Yanni. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Huh? I get it, Eric. I get it. And Eric says, I don't understand the whole how much he spent on me bullish. Why is this a flex? I get it. That's a woman thing. That's not even a black woman thing. That's a woman thing. That's a woman thing. I get it. It's their way of competing. It's your homeboy that has had way too much body count bragging about it to everybody that'll listen. Right? I get it. I get it. It's a woman thing. I don't think you're ever gonna get them out of that one. It's the way they say, "No, I'm more woman than you. Look what I got. Look at what I got him to do." I get it. Right? It's their flex. I don't think we ever. Yeah, we just men that talk like that are usually on some pimping type thing. Right? Yeah, because yeah, that's not exclusively a black woman thing. Yeah, it's their way of showing off to each other. I get it. Right? Huh. So I definitely think black men use this as a teaching moment, as a learning moment, better yet, for black women's own good. If you care about them, you gotta tell them what it really is. We're dating out because y'all are assholes. Y'all are assholes to black men. Well, not all black women. We can't tell the difference. Y'all not shaming the ones that are. Ooh, goddamn. Y'all encouraged him. At the worst, y'all encouraged him. And at best, y'all might do the whole, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll just talk about her behind her back to my man when I get home. It's not good enough. It's not. If you care about your girlfriend, y'all talk to them about the way they act, but y'all don't. Some friendship that is. Y'all are assholes. That's what Mr. Willard was saying. Materialistic, entitled assholes who are trying to make up for not being white women by being extremely materialistic and consumerist. Ooh, goddamn, Z, you had to bring it to that. You know that's what it is. Shout out to BGS. I admit the white womanhood keep on poking its ugly head out every time we look. Every time you look, the myth of white womanhood peeking its head from behind the curtain. Huh? Maybe you're right. You're probably right. And Saint Cyr says, Z, you're going to be old and gray before your black women's civil war kicks off. But it needs to happen. It needs to happen. Huh? Charles says, if it smells like, talks like, moves like, then it's an asshole. I'm saying these women are assholes. And the only time they really get told that they're assholes is when their girlfriend is mad at them and they beefing. Somebody tells you he lying. Most men just get the hell away from y'all, or when y'all break up with them, they tell y'all that, but y'all think they only telling y'all that because y'all broke up. No, he thought you was an asshole the whole time. He just was piping, and he didn't want to destroy the relationship. And let's be clear: 90% of relationships, 80%, 70% of marriages, women initiated. So he finally could tell you after you broke up with him that you were an asshole the whole time. But you don't believe him at this point. You wasn't gonna believe him anyway. Somebody tells you he lying. Huh? So the only person y'all might take into consideration, y'all still don't take it into consideration, is your girlfriends when y'all start arguing. That's why Mr. Z tell y'all these people are the ultimate frenemies. Women, the ultimate frenemies. Vince is my ex like a mofo. They don't believe you when you tell them they're an asshole. Huh? You watch clips of Real Talk with Yan, you like, oh boy. Tanya TKO, I can't remember the last time I was watching her. I'm like, oh my God, jeez, what type of friend? Huh? Yikes. So black women are just running into the cost of their negative liberty, whether it's their family members, whether it's their girlfriends, whether it's their intimate relationships with black men. Dear black women, y'all running into the wall of like nobody could tell you what to do. Huh? Y'all are the ultimate who gon' check me boo, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Life. That's the answer. Ask the question again.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Life. Huh? That simple. Life. Claudia Jordan is how old? Goddamn. Lisa Ray is how old? Oops. Vivica A. Fox is how old? Yikes. Huh? Y'all real issue is that the men aren't eating your disrespect, your negative liberty. Yo, who gonna check me, boo? Huh? Isn't that your real issue? So when Mr. Woolard tells you, hey, this is why we dating out, y'all don't want to accept it. You don't have to accept it. We gonna do it anyway. Huh? Charlie, I ain't gonna read that out loud. Hysterical. Oh man. She was too. Yes, she was. Definitely was. Huh? That you gotta give her. Hey, super bad. Huh? Barbie doll. Now, potato head. I still ain't gonna read it out loud, but hysterical. Huh? Man, they're grilling this guy for telling the truth. All the other clips I have of the women complaining about where have the men gone, and it's not just black women. Mr. Z, the title once again is Tell Her the Truth. Tell her, why would we date y'all? Complaining, nagging, condescending, materialistic, foodie call ass women. Why? Video games, lotion, prawn, out with the boys, chilling. Find some chick that's not that expensive, throw a few dollars, smash. Why not? Huh? If women writ large, black women specifically, have put a ATM machine next to the box and have decided to put on their most aggressive, mean personality then so be it. The men will move accordingly. Y'all gonna be in the clubs, we're not gonna be in the clubs. Y'all gonna see us looking at you, we're not gonna come and talk to you. Huh? Yeah, we might find you attractive. Yes, in a different time, yeah, we might have walked up to you. Not anymore. Huh? Ah, Gil got me now. That's funny. And Gil got me says, "Mighty be the undefeated wall, jailer of none, stomper of all." That's funny. I might use that. That's funny. Look, they pressed Mr. Woolard for all of us to witness. I don't think these people fully appreciate that our sons don't care nothing about what y'all talking about. Remember what I covered the other day? She told you she went to San Diego and all her cousins walking around here with white girls. Why do you think that is? Okay, let's say you're right and all of those white girls were heavy set. Black men are choosing heavy set white women over similarly fit black women or even slim black women. Why do you think that is? Number one, some of them white girls probably pay like they weigh. Number two, kinder. Number three, not so much fuss for the box. Y'all keep on lying to us. It's because y'all have inferiority complex. It's because y'all want the white man's trophy. It's because colorism. It's because European beauty standards, and that's the reason why. No, it's because y'all are assholes, overt in your face, up front assholes, and maybe she's not. Maybe the white girl isn't. Have you ever considered that? Huh? Have you ever considered that, yes, the white woman might have her ways, but at least she doesn't walk around advertising that she's an asshole and you're going to have to deal with her? Have you ever considered that? No? Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan, another one. Think about the women Mr. Z listed. Claudia Jordan, Lisa Ray, Vivica A. Fox on the pantheon of 90s baddies, early 2000s baddies. There's a few dozen of them. We have them in the black community. The black community produces some badass women when they're fit. And yet, even when they have the physical attraction thing down, well into their 30s, maybe even 40s, you know what keep on rearing its ugly head? Asshole! That's what keep on rearing its ugly head. Huh? Dear black women, you don't have to be nothing like what Z is talking about. Huh? Where's that comment? I just saw it. And Saint Cyr says, because they know how to play their role. Well, look, shout out to BGS. Look, Dr. Sabrina Springs got something to say about that. She don't like that type of talk.
Problem is that so many men are expecting a woman who is slim, white, and pliant. So they want a woman who is fair-skinned with straight hair and a slender physique and is going to do what they say. Now, as you might imagine, after the many feminist movements that we have had in this world, and especially in the West, women aren't mostly up to that. We, for those of us who are looking for a man, want someone who's going to be a partner, someone who's going to be a companion and equal. But unfortunately, that's not the view that many men have.
Yeah, because y'all are lying. We don't do partnership because y'all are lying. Y'all don't want partners. Y'all want do boys. Number one. Number two, and the problem with Slim and Pliant is, see, the white stuff, that depends on the brother. Most of us don't want white women. Stop doing that. But the Slim and Pliant, and the problem with that is the fair skin, it depends. Some brothers care about skin tone, some brothers don't. But the Slim and Pliant, and the problem with that would be, Rael says she just told nothing but lies. Straight lies. Huh? Rael says, I prefer midnight dark. She clowning. Look. I, this is the biggest crock of crap ever. The like wall of like indestructible BS that black women have built around themselves. It's insane. The black men date up because they're colorist, and they date up because they want women, and they date up because they don't like educated women, and they date up because they're intimidated, and they date up. No, we date up because you're assholes. Have you ever considered for 5 seconds considering what the hell we just said? No, I don't believe you. You're dating up because you have an inferiority complex. It's because you won the white man's trophy. No, we're dating out because you're assholes. The black community produces way too many black women that are assholes. That's why. Not all black women. Yeah, you're right. Not all black women. Just way too many. Fine, black women. You're right. Not all black women are mean, condescending, rude, entitled, snarky, materialistic, consumerist, myth the white womanhood believing ass women. You're right. Just way too many. The black community produces way too many. Huh? And instead of you considering what black men said, what Mr. Z just said, for all of 5 seconds, more like 10 minutes, more like a lifetime, but fine. Instead of you letting that marinate, just consider it. Go to sleep on that thought. There's a pun in there. Go to sleep with that, right? Think about it. Let it swirl. You would much rather double, triple, quadruple, quintuple down on the same old, tired talking points that haven't been able to achieve black women high levels of marriage for decades. We're going to keep on saying it's because of the European beauty standard. We're going to keep on talking about colorism. We're going to keep on talking about black men being intimidated by black women's education. We're going to keep on talking like this. And it's going to keep on being wrong and false. And black women are going to keep on being the most chronically single group of people in America. Huh? Oh boy. This hasn't worked for black women. It hasn't worked for the black community. But here's the problem now. Because dating and largely, increasingly, marriage has been blown wide open. Now we got some issues because of the money in the class part of it all. But barring the money in class part of it all, which is like a lot, but fine. Dating, at least, has been blown wide open. Busted wide open. Anyway, has been blown wide open. And that's hurting black women. Now, because black women want to play stoic and play coy, they're going to pretend like they're not feeling the heat. Huh? Black women are going to pretend like inside they're not dying inside. They're going to pretend like many of them are not having this conversation with themselves in their cars.
Another night, going home alone. This single life is ass. And don't get under my post talk about some. Just focus on yourself. Love yourself. Date yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I'm tired of it. Stop trying to tell me to mask my desires for being with someone else, that I should just be with myself. I've been with myself. I'm always going to be with myself. Like, it's me and her to the end of time. Like, stop it. Like, after a long day of work, I just be wanting to lay down. I want to cuddle. I want to tell my man about my day. I just want to hug. Like, damn. Like, it don't even be about all the other stuff y'all be talking about. It just be the simple things that you miss the most. Like, that's really it. Like, it's not even like, it just be the simple things. That's all I'm going to say. So just be grateful if you got somebody and you got a hug today. Because you know what?
I don't need no man.
Shout out for Destro for that one. Shout out to Destro for that one. Exactly. Now, because the way the black community is currently constituted and because of the way we raise black women and black girls, most of them overtly don't say this. They definitely won't record themselves saying this, right? But they're dying inside, and we know it. Huh? They're dying inside, and now Rose Toy is working overtime. Huh? Because y'all won't act right. Y'all won't get right. So you have to pretend like that's not the conversation you're having with yourself. Huh? Ouch. Black women have to pretend like they don't know that white women are the ones on the prowl.
The black kings get divorced, and then what happens? They're like, F it, we're moving on. Snow bunnies are going to clean me right out. So the snow bunnies get on top of things, and they mix, and they have this beautiful baby, and the process continues. So I do find that black kings often go to black queens first, and then they're like, snow bunny time. They'll either divorce them, dump them, and then move on. Swiftly move on. And they'll feel all cleansed, you know? Right. Anyway, on that note, do you like my nails? They're very Christmassy. It's almost Christmas. Divorce season's round the corner, which means snow bunnies warm in January. Yes.
Huh? When Mr. Woolard says what he says, do y'all appreciate that non-black women, like what I just played, are the ones that he's talking about? Like, this is what he's talking about. Non-black women know black women are going to fumble the bag. They know it. You know how... Look, man, I want y'all to understand, like, on a physical level, a lot of these non-black women are threatened by black women. You know how bold you have to be to speak like her? Because they know you're going to fumble the bag. They know you're going to fumble black men. Black women, you have to know when to fold them. And to hold them. Okay, Z, you ain't gonna go to the song. I'm not gonna go to the song. I'm not gonna recite it. To be frank, black men can move in a way that black women can't, and y'all know it. So you should move accordingly. But that arrogance, though, and that ego and that pride won't let y'all admit what Miss Lady went to Germany admitted.
Men in Germany are treated way differently than black women in Germany. Black men are appreciated in Germany. Black men are put in a cultural sense, in a societal sense, you are seen as interesting, whereas black women are seen as lesser.
An experience,
a novelty in which you can approach voyeuristically, and it's dehumanizing. I was a member at Soho House, and I remember seeing a black man sitting there, and there was all these white women around him glorifying him, gawking at the fact that he was existing. And I think black men need to acknowledge that their lived experience in Germany is disproportional to that of a black woman in Germany.
Huh? Trell continues with know when to walk away, know when to run. Know when to fold them, know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. And black women play poker face, no pun, the entire game. And lose, goddamn Z. That's what Mr. Willard is saying. Y'all are being assholes the whole way. Y'all done lost the game. And y'all still being assholes. Huh? Let me say this, everyone. Lisa Ray don't realize she lost the game. Lisa Ray over here saying, you gotta make him $500,000 a year. You gotta make. Lady, you already lost. What are you talking about? Vivica, when she was like, she's looking to settle down now and she's 60. She don't, ma'am, you lost the game like 20 years ago. Wait, you don't realize you lost the game? Wait, are you still trying to play coy? Wait, you don't realize you got dragged from the table like 20 years ago. 50 was your last shot. Like you don't realize that you got dragged from the table like 20 years ago? You don't Why are you still talking like you still in the casino? Man, we've been sent you home. You outside in the parking lot. Huh? Lisa Ray don't realize she's in the parking lot. She still thinks she's in the casino. Huh? I think Claudia Jordan realized that she's in the parking lot. That's why if you see the way she speaks, Claudia Jordan realized she's in the parking lot. She knows she ain't in the casino. Which is crazy because she's able to hold it together just a smidge better than the other two. But she realized she's in the parking lot. She's angry about it. But she realized she's in the parking lot. Lisa Ray? Lisa Ray still thinks she's in the casino. Huh? Black, ooh, there's a whole way to interpret this for what we're talking about. I'm glad that you actually brought it up. And Black Uru continues the song with, you never count your money while you're sitting at the table. Stop counting on them looks, y'all. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I don't see no wedding rings around here, y'all. Where's the wedding rings? Huh? Did Claudia Jordan even get married once? I know Vivica was married once. Clearly, we all know about Lisa Ray, but she won't stop talking about it. Where are the wedding rings currently, though? Huh? Oh, boy. We're talking about, and I'm bringing up these women because clearly Claudia Jordan was part of that conversation with Mr. Willard. We're talking about women that were incredibly attractive. I'm emphasizing this for a reason. Much of the times, what you hear from a Dr. Sabrina Springs is not being the quote unquote preference. Well, these women were. And how did they end up? Y'all still don't think it's attitude and demeanor? These women were. These women were. And even in Lisa Ray's advanced age, she could maybe skim something 70, but not with that attitude. Oh boy. Corey, I remember it like it was yesterday, Corey Holcomb talking to Claudia Jordan about her goddamn preferences on RMC. And to not be going after looks. That was back in what? I think that was that was what, 2012, 2011, 2013 or something like that. It might have, it might have even been 2010, but like 20 RMC, this is like 2011, 2012, over a decade ago. Huh? And a decade plus later, how did Claudia Jordan's dating life, how did it go? Huh? Oh man. We use these women as example. Claudia, you were sitting there with Mr. Woolard and you didn't understand what he was saying? All those fine ass black Hollywood stars, no wedding ring, never been married, probably never gonna get married, maybe a child, maybe not. You don't understand what he's saying? You talk about Instagram baddies with BBLs? You don't understand what he's saying? And I'm talking about the Hollywood women. I'm not even talking about your average woman yet. And that's what the other brother was saying. You go on the dating apps, they talking the same way. It's not just the Instagram baddies. Claudia Jordan, you didn't understand? You understood exactly what he was saying. And that was your problem. Hey, y'all just prepare to watch black women suffer. That's all it is. Shout out to Toya. Y'all just be prepared to step over dead bodies. That we already know what JD Vance and them are on, what Trump and them are on. They talking about Social Security now. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, she's mad as hell. And Biro says Claudia's big mad. Her world is shrinking and won't accept her, and she won't accept her limitation. I understand what you're saying. Right? I just want you. I don't think it's just gonna be women, right? A lot of us are gonna feel that was coming down the pipe. Pause. Maybe not. Some people gonna get effed out here. Maybe not literally, but yeah. But for the women who comport themselves, your everyday women who comport themselves like a Claudia Jordan, acting like they don't understand why black men are marrying out, y'all gonna feel that. Because let's be very clear, it is a zero-sum game. It is a zero-sum game. Every time you see, and y'all feel that, every time you see a black man with a white woman, that's a white woman that has a black man that you could have been with. If you weren't an asshole, and if you didn't condone other black women being assholes, it is a zero-sum game. Dear black women, so that visceral threat that you feel, oh, you're right about that. You are 100% right about that. How do you go about fixing it, though? Huh? As this environment starts to put the choke down on people, I want you to understand the Latinas are coming for black men. Them white women are coming for black men. I want y'all to be very clear about what Z is saying. See, this is not the Depression when you still have the miscegenation laws, right? This is not the 1950s. This is not the early 70s when the anti-miscegenation laws just got stricken down and white women are still kind of iffy. Oh no. Huh? All these women gonna go scrambling for any modicum of stability, barely stability. Black women. Ah, this is when yeah, get it out, Z. Z can't get it out. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Right? So y'all gonna feel that. It is a zero-sum game. you hear what they're doing, and you still got black women playing games with their own future, with their own future. And y'all remember I put up the link, the article, black women and how kinless they are. All right, it ain't looking good. You gonna be kinless, not have a husband's life insurance money to live off of, no kids possibly, and be out here with JD Vance and Elon Musk? Oh, ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, it ain't looking good. Huh? I've said this before. Black women, I thought y'all was supposed to be on the cutting edge of everything. I'm not even trying to be funny with that one. I thought y'all was supposed to be in on all the information. Y'all supposed to be the gossip queens. Y'all don't understand what's happening right now? Instead of Claudia Jordan over here trying to shame black men. See, in a different world, in a constructive black community, okay, let's say everything that transpired already. Claudia Jordan would be ringing the alarm, all hands on deck. Black women, we emergency call. Okay, look, what are we gonna do to get black men back? As many of them as we can. That's what it would be. All your black female influencers and celebrities, if they cared about other black women, would be ringing the alarm, not trying to shame black men. They would be it would be the nuclear siren going off. If y'all listening to Tone Talks and what he predict is coming down the pike, it's huddle in place. Thank you, Dusty. And the Dustiest of Rodents says, from the cutting edge to the cutting board. They on the cutting board now. Huh? This is about to hurt. Like everybody working class and below. And the most chronically single group of people in America. I hope y'all get real comfortable using your tongue. I said it the way I meant it. Ain't gonna be too much talking. There's gonna be a whole lot of tongue flexing though. Like I told you, on and off switch and alphabets. Gets them every time. But that's what it's gonna have to be. If you think you're gonna be out here willy-nilly by yourself, maybe you know what? Maybe you could pull it if you used to working 60 plus hours a week. Dear black women, maybe you could pull it. You could pull it by yourself if you used to work at like 60 plus hours a week. Better hope your job offer overtime. You better get a second gig. Huh? Huh? And Esmoff, how do you pronounce that first name, brother? I'm gonna mess that up. I'm just gonna say Esmoff for now. Oh, Esmuth? Okay, Esmoth. I have two open properties. 90% of those interested are looking. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. 90% of those that are looking are black women. Looking for Section 8. Nope, sorry for you. Oof. Oof. And the Roger Report's voice just popped up in Z's mind and said, got nothing for you. Yep. Okay, thank you, Spade Man. E Smooth, surely. Okay, E Smooth, yeah. E Smooth, E Smooth. Okay. Okay. Right. Ah. And if that program goes away, now what? How many working class women are on Section 8, namely, obviously? Well, that leaves, for the most part, because it's black people are largely working poor, working class, lower middle class. So that would mean the women that are mainly around black men, that's working class, working poor, lower middle class, white women, Latina, and obviously black women, and a couple of Asians here and there. Huh? One of the most open kept, well, it's not an open kept secret, but when it quiet is kept, the wealth disparity in the Asian community is a goddamn joke. But many people don't know that because model minority myth. Huh? It's a huge ass wealth gap. I'm talking about in the Asian American community. I'm talking about here in America. But Mr. Z just went on a tangent for no reason. Anyway, moving along. So as a program like Section, because if Section 8, if they start taking a hatchet to that, I want y'all to understand that's exactly what Z is saying. Those white women and those Latina women who are on Section 8, they're going to go anywhere. Those Latina women are not automatically going to go to Latino men. Most of them are, but they're going to go scrambling for anywhere, any type of shelter. Black women, do you not understand what that means for you? Huh? Those white women and Latina women are going to go scrambling. Huh? And they're freshly 18, 19, 20, and 21-year-old daughters are going to go scrambling too. You ain't seen nothing yet. If Mr. Z's prediction is right, you ain't seen nothing yet until you start seeing those 21-year-olds, those 22, 23-year-old Latinas flirting with 38 and 40 and 42 and 45-year-old black men. Dear black women, think she won't do it to your face. Some of them white girls might not, but them Latinas will. For all of us that live in South Florida, we done seen it. Oops. Think them Latinas won't flirt with a black man in front of a black woman. Think they won't. Think your 25 and 26 and 27-year-old Latinas won't flirt with the 35, 38, 40, 45, 50-year-old black men. Think they won't. Mr. Z seen it with his own two eyes. Mr. Z been on the receiving end of it. Ooh, goddamn Z. Huh? Oh, man. And Biro says, Z, it's going to be the frumpy look of defiance. We're doing it by ourselves. I simply don't care. I think I think black women are gonna stay black women. And I did not forget about you, KMS. I did not forget about you. I think black women are gonna stay black women. I think some of them are gonna get their mind right and they go scramble just like the white women and Latinas and a couple of Asian women. They gonna scramble. They gonna get under a man. But I think for the masses of black women, I don't think they I'm in agreement with BJS. I don't think they know how to. I think they burnt that for particularly black men. Maybe if a white man comes calling or a non-black man, maybe they'll get in line. But for black men, I I don't think I don't think black women know how to anymore. I think for the masses of them, it's just a mental block. They just can't. They'll starve under the bridge. They'll try everything but get on a black man's program. They'll try moving in with each other, three, four women deep in one apartment, one house. G already told you there's a number. He knows a family like that. Two, three of the sisters live in the same apartment. Huh? And when that falls apart, huh? Then what? Shoulders, shrugs. This is what I'm saying. And Gilgami says, especially with Trump's government crackdown on DEI, removing large amounts of women from their current employment. You notice something you said, Gilgami? You didn't say black women, you said women. Removing large amount of women from their employment. Those women are going to go scrambling. For those of them that are not already married, they're going to go scrambling. Huh? You would think for the group of people who stay on the cutting edge, who stay on the gossip, huh? Who stay, what's the tea? What's tea? Yawn. You think the ones that have a term like that, who coined that term, you would think they would be ringing the alarm bells right now? Hey, y'all said y'all strong and independent. Y'all said y'all independent. Y'all said y'all don't need no man. We about to see. Kevin said winter is coming. Huh? Attorney Dennis Sperling called himself with the Snow King. Winter is here. It's a, who said it the other day? Was it Dead Set who said it's not winter, it's a blizzard? Shout out to Dead Set. I think it was Dead Set Anime. The other day, I think he said that on Art New Styles channel. He said it's not winter's coming, it's a blizzard outside. Huh? And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. If I must carry the burden of accountability, I will wield the power of authority. If I'm your man, I'm not the man when convenient, or you're tired, or you agree with where I'm going, or it's an emergency. I'm the man always. Say that. Huh? Oh, he said Blizzard King. Well, it's a blizzard outside. And thank you for that telescope. It's a blizzard outside. Right? God damn, it's hey, y'all. Y'all hear Mr. Z? Y'all, hey, I know y'all done heard the tone in Z change, but Z's kind of get a little, you know, when you start pulling on your car, like, oh, all right, oh, hey, bro, I'm a little spooked right now. Hey, it's looking kind of ugly outside. Huh? You better believe everybody working class and below, lower middle class and below gonna feel this. Middle class gonna feel this. Huh? And it's not just public sector. Private sector also. Huh? Trilson, screw all that. It's Ice Age. It's not even a blizzard outside. It's Ice Age. When we say we got saber tooths and mammoths walking around. Oh man. Huh? Ah, it's looking ugly. And Mr. Woolard tried to explain to y'all why black men are dating out. And y'all said, screw that. We gonna shame you. All right. All right. Right. Let me read this now. And Inspired Truth says, replay gang, replay gang. What's going on, bro? You probably count up now, right? Man, true. And Compassion says, they don't believe in biology, Z. They're postmodernists who believe narratives like environment over determines female worldview and behavior exist. Hell, what is a woman to these people? Hey, that is the question. Huh? That is the question. I don't think people really appreciate, like, I really like BGS needs like a million subscribers, huh? Like a BGS needs a million subscribers. He needs like women really, really, really need to take heed to like a BGS. And I'm not trying to be like on BGS's jock, but like to appreciate the environment and what's coming down the pike. Like even if you take the most generous estimate of like what's coming down the pike and what Trump and Elon are doing here, that's still gonna hurt. That's still gonna hurt. We're not taking the worst case scenario. Mr. Z is taking like the best case scenario, still gonna hurt. Masses of women, public and private sector. Huh? Masses of people writ large, women in specific. Huh? And if you are known to be the group of people that are the most insufferable, the group of people, by your own words, who are not seen as likable in their work environments. Remember that interview that the brother, is he out of Dallas? Is he the one who interviewed those women and they were talking about how the environments in these job sites need to change because so many black women are seen as not likable and they don't need to be likable. They can do their job and that's what should matter. So once again, if you are seen as not likable in an environment where they're saying, let's see how much of the workforce we could cut, and then the rest of you just get it where you fit in. Black women, do you not appreciate what the hell is about to happen to you? What's happening to you now? Huh? And instead of getting on the Black Man's Program, y'all rather starve? All right, well, okay. Well, all right. Huh? Ah, right. That's tough. That's tough. And the Claudia Jordans are gonna try to shame us? Yeah. Hey, what did Trump tell Zelensky? You don't got the cards. I didn't think I was gonna do that, but here we are. You don't got the cards. I'm doing the hand sign and everything. I'm doing the Trump hands. You just don't look, black women. You just don't got the cards. Look, I get it. You don't want to be Zelensky in this situation, getting scolded on camera. But look, you just don't got the cards. You just don't. Look, that if Mr. Woolard, that's what you should just said. You should just said, look, y'all don't got the cards. We dating out because y'all are assholes, and now y'all don't got the cards. Y'all just so what? And we try to exploit you for your minerals forever, and y'all just don't got the cards. You able to sign this contract and get on? Huh? Spain man, say that. Get on a black man's program or sleep in their Camrys showering at the gym. Not all of you are going to be Tanya TKO. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Not all of you are going to be, what's her name? Sunsere. Huh? These other content creators who try to make, sleeping in a car kind of fashionable or sleeping at their job. Huh? Oh, man. Hey, it's true. And Saint Cyr says, a wise man once said, these 304s do what they want to do. Yeah. Do what they want to do, man. Yeah, say that. Yeah, this is sad. But hey, it is what it is. This is what black women signed up for. And Claudia Jordan, unfortunately for you, all the shaming is just not going to work. It's just not going to work. And it hasn't worked. And it's not going to work. Huh? It's not going to work. And it hasn't worked. And it's going to get worse. No? And Guy and Carnell, I did not forget about you. I'm going to get to your super chat in a minute. And a split Jim says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. At my local supermarket, I get greeted so warmly by the all Dominican cashiers, old and young, while some of the black women who have seen me repeatedly in our building won't crack a smile. And that's okay. Let them eat the consequences of not being cordial and kind. Not to you anyway as a black man. Let them deal with the consequences. Let them bust the smile open for the, I'm going somewhere with that. Bust the smile open, bust it wide open for whatever random Latino or white dude that walks through their line. Let them get smashed out and get tossed back and don't have nothing to show for it except for a wet back. Ooh, goddamn, Z rhyming. Huh? And maybe, and more than likely, that won't even happen. So that, I think, if we take anything from Mr. Z and his rambling on tonight, take this. Black women are just dealing with the consequences of their own actions, their own ideas, their own way of viewing themselves in relation to black men and black men in relation to them. It's that simple. The shaming of Mr. Woolard, right? All this talk of slavery and coming out of slavery and the way we view ourselves. And I'm tying that to your comment right here, Split Jim, because that's what often gets said, right? Some black women be like, well, you don't understand what black women are going through and everything that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. As if black men are not black men in America. Huh? So y'all use intersectionality as a shield and a weapon. But you don't appreciate you live in a society now that does not care about any of that. And what makes that frightening is black people are still black people in America. And America never stopped being America. And black women, especially these college educated ones, y'all max the hell out of the black card. That thing in overdraft. And so now, when you have JD Vance and Elon in the White House, and this would be a good time to have some money on that goddamn black card, it's been maxed out. And the young white folks, you know, the ones under the age of 45, 50, don't care about nothing black people talking about. As they slash jobs. Uh-oh. Huh? Ouch. Man. Say seriously, that black card is in a charged off status. I know what you turned off status. I know what you're trying to say. Accounts ready to be liquidated. Look, that thing's been in the red. Oh man, and it's frightening because we understand the environment, and this would be a good time to have some type of cachet to cash in. Cachet to cash in. Yeah, I said it the way I meant it. And number one, black women max it out. Number two, your face is the face of insufferable, mean feminists. You let you, and at least with white feminists, there's a specific look to them. For black women, it's black women. When people think of white feminists, they think of some heavyset, purple hair, unattractive, turkey neck ass white feminist, and they get why she's a feminist. It's a caricature. When people think of black female feminists, they think black women. They think of the hood sister talking about I don't need no man while she's on Section 8 and getting government grants and whatever. They think of the college educated black women like I said, Dr. Sabrina Springs. They think of your everyday black woman working whatever job, whatever career. They think of black women all the way from Michelle Obama, former First Lady Michelle Obama, all the way to the sister in the hood living on Section 8. When they think black feminists, they think of the gamut. They think of Professor Clunk blaming what she blamed capitalism. What she blames for her diet and her weight again. What does she blame again? They think of her. They think of former First Lady Michelle. They think of black women. And that's a real dangerous place to be when you have an Afrikaner in the White House. Huh? Just saying. Right? And so let me read this finally. And once again, thank you for the super chat. Split Jim, thank you for the super chat. And the guy Cognitive says Shay actually listened to the men. Imagine that. Shay's married. You know she listened to men. Huh? Shay's married, and then Shay puts out the type of content she puts out. And there you go. Shay listens to men because you could tell Shay listened to men because when BGS got on Shay about the whole Jess Pearly thing, and Shay listened to BGS and didn't really push back, so you could tell she was raised right. That's dad's influence. And there you go. Huh? Just saying. She's married. And being married is not be all end all, but it's a pretty good goddamn indicator. Y'all gives you a second. Huh? Just saying. Okay. And Saints says charged off mean, and we're talking about the black card here. And Saints says charged off mean it's way past due. Black women's maxed it out and ain't pay a lick of money on it. Now they're being liquidated. Say bye bye to your job, poster child for the effery. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. And so, all right, y'all, we coming to a close. Look, this is sad. Um, Watching Claudia Jordan try to shame the brother, um, Jamal Woolard. First, if he was to be made example out of, y'all did a piss poor job at it. Y'all don't appreciate young men, young black men, and how they move. Whatever lesson you were trying to teach, we did not get it. Huh? We did not get it. I think these people they're stuck. They're stuck. And it really hit me how stuck they are with that conversation Dr. Boyce Watkins' wife and that panel had that I covered the other day. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all talking like we somewhere in the 90s. Y'all don't realize we're 30 plus years since 90? Y'all don't realize we're 30 years since 1995. Y'all don't get that? All of the talking points are decades old, not even 30 years old, 40, 50, 60 years. Definitely 40 years. So hearing Claudia Jordan and that panel try to shame the brother about what he said about dating out and why black men are dating out. All right, black women, you just gonna have to learn the hard way. That's it. You just gonna have to learn the hard way, right? Thank you, Vince. 2005 was 20 years ago, huh? And Spainman says whoever said earlier that Jasmine Crockett is turning MAGA against black women said a mouthful. Okay, I gotta check this out. Right? Cheryl says extra women are the worst. Uh, I don't want to disagree with you, Trump, because I think you're right. Let me just say this. Millennial women give them a really good run for their money. And the oldest of Gen Z. Huh? Because extra women, because I don't want to act like I didn't see that clip from boomer women who, on that talk show that was speaking about extra women, like extra women were really gonna give black men their ass to kiss. Like they ain't gonna be about no mess. So I'm not going to pretend like extra women are in boomer and silent generation women's like pastry dish um um what am I saying? They weren't designed to be who they are by boomer and silent gen. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't see that and hear that. With that said, millennial women took the antagonism and like turned it up a notch. I'll say that, right? Millennial women took that up a notch. And they took being insufferable up a notch. I'll say that. I think I'll say that. But yeah, no, I definitely, because if we think about all the women I tend to list, they are either they're 60 and below Xer women, or they're millennials, right? Maybe the oldest of millennials, but yeah. Yeah. Because yeah. If I think about the women that I'm thinking of, both celebrity and obviously non-celebrity women, and some of the absolute insanity that I've witnessed or heard growing up, being an adult. Yeah, extra women probably yeah they got the gold medal. They got the gold medal. Yeah, they definitely got the gold medal. Yeah, they do. Boomer women were yeah they kind of showed their ass. Um, Millennial women don't. They're antagonistic as hell, but it's like whimsical in a way. It's like you don't even realize what you're doing to yourself, huh? Where when you come, but that's not true because like it's because I'm thinking about Chrissy and I'm thinking about Real Talk with Yenny, and I'm thinking about Real Talk with Yenny when she really showed herself and saying, "Yeah, I don't give a f, and nobody gonna make me give a f." And I didn't emphasize that portion of it. The nobody's gonna make me give a f. Like it's like, and that's that stubbornness that Black Uru speaks about. Like that, I don't care if I'm found out. I don't care if I wake up tomorrow and realize I'm dead ass wrong. Because I said I'm not budging, I'm not budging. And when people like I don't even want to say what you got to do with people like that YouTube guidelines, but you can't do uh, because of YouTube guidelines, you can't do nothing with those people, huh? You can't do anything when someone says effectively when what however they word it or phrase it effectively. If when someone speaks, they tell you, "I'm not budging. I don't care if I'm dead ass wrong. I'm not budging." I mean, right? Yeah. Saint Cyr says, Z, don't shoot my cohort any bail. I'm in the youngest of Malinos. They're just as delusional. Gen Z are cooked too. Yeah, no, I didn't see the clips of Gen Z. I've seen the TikTok clips. Yeah, it's a wrap for them, and they even start. They barely started. It's over, right? But I think I get where Trell is coming from, because it's like Gen X women with a nuclear bomb. It was like it was uncharted territory what they were on, right? But it's like boomer men kind of understood how to deal with boomer men kind of understood how to deal with boomer women, right? And then there was this new drug that came out. And it's extra women, and extra women were just insane. Extra men didn't know what to do with extra women. Boomer men, silent generation men, even millennial men look at extra women like, God damn, y'all the predecessors of all the crap, but Jesus Christ. Huh? So yeah. Ah, yeah, no, it's actually, let me, before I end up, because I really want to address this, because I have something. I have something to say to this. And Spademan says, I don't know. Online seems like millennials already showed their fangs. Oh my God, what you were trying to say? Their fangs. Where Gen X was still staying in the shadows with theirs. I think what you got to see because of social media was the way millennial women in particular were raised. If it wasn't for social media, they would have maybe still been moving the same way, but it wouldn't have been so obviously so public. Remember, social media is the town square. This is what I'm saying to that. Social media allowed for women to try to one up each other with the antagonism. Millennial women, what they got from Gen X women and from boomers, their parents, was to be as antagonistic as humanly possible. This is something maybe extra women weren't, they didn't really codify it yet. It wasn't maybe as bad yet. Millennial women went whole hog. They put all their chips on being as antagonistic as humanly possible. And I think Gen Z took that to another level from what I'm seeing, at least. And I think what online content and conversation did with chronically online people, which would lean to Black people, namely Black women, is it made them do the nuclear arms race with each other and try to one up each other with the insanity. That's why you see videos of Black women talking where even other Black women are like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't agree with no. She took it way too far. Because it's the one upping with the delusion. When you have that black woman who says, "Where's your Lamborghini? Be an entrepreneur." Like they're one upping each other with the insanity. Right? When Chrissy says, I tell average and below average looking Black women that if you can't date hypergamously, it's better you be alone. Right? Like that's the type of rhetoric we're talking about here. Right? That's what we're seeing. Like the online rhetoric, they just started one upping each other and just getting crazier, and it just didn't work the same for men. Now, at least not for Black men. Were there Black men that took it a little too far? Yes, but nothing like with the women. That um unalive unborn black babies, that the Cynthia G thing, like that just was beyond the pale, right? And nothing black men were saying was getting anywhere near that. Uh, and that was just anything any black woman said online after that, because that was a nuke. Cynthia G just said, screw it. We over here, everybody's doing conventional weapons, and yeah, we're dropping mother of all bombs and father of all bombs, and they call it Moab, but the Moab, and yeah, we do Tomahawk missiles and all that other stuff, and Gatling guns, da, 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 da. I'm going full nuclear. And I'm not doing Fat Man and Little Boy or whatever the bombs are called. I'm going Tsar, the Tsar bomb, right? So after that, it was there's everything else you see the women saying online. The reason why you see Mr. Z is able to critique it, and I don't get too flustered, and I might get a little animated, but it's nothing crazy, and I look like Z go home. Well, I have a sleeping problem apparently, but Z goes home and eats his cereal and go to sleep. It's because what can you do after Cynthia G, right? After you would have heard a black woman say, delete unborn black male babies because black men ain't built us Wakanda, and because they talk about us this way or that way, and they don't move this way or that way, delete them until they start doing what we say. After a black woman say that, that's the nuke. Everything else after that is just conventional weapons again. Ain't nothing gonna get as bad as that again. At least, at least that I could tell. Right? Huh? Good point. The high priestess divester is a Gen Xer. True. Huh? No, I already did. I already got it. And Leon says, and thank you for the super chat. I believe in self mass deletion. Read between the lines. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Right. So yeah. So with the showing their fangs online, Spain man, I agree. Just to contextualize it, it I the way I process it is people didn't know how to act with social media, so they showed their ass. And the women, average looking women, who would have got some attention, but not as much as they would have liked. Maybe unattractive women who would have got attention too, just not as much as they liked. Took social media and they ran with that, and they talked all type of crazy to each other, definitely to men. They let you know what they really think to their own detriment, right? They let you know what their issues are, and a lot of it sounded like high school trauma of not being chose. And so I think when you see the way a lot of millennial women, in particular black women, the way they comported themselves online, you know, just appreciate that millennials got introduced to high-speed internet in the 3GS, and people just lost their minds. Boomers, millennials, Xers, Gen Z wasn't of age yet, and people lost their minds. And remember, out of that cohort, millennials were the youngest. Huh? Millennials were the youngest. And instead of us having a conversation about space and politics, and even now that we're not having that type of conversation, everybody went to their, what Rollo calls it, hindbrain, right? And it all became about sex and intimacy and relationship. Huh? Yep. So And Detroit says, after the nuke, they still quiet about it. No uproar. Look, black women that know about Cynthia G will pretend like Cynthia G in the way she speaks was a one off, as if many of them haven't implied or suggested exactly what Cynthia G said. Cynthia G was the one to just go on and outright just say it. She just outright said it. But a lot of black women got real close. They implied, suggested it. Cynthia G was just the one to look to her left, look to her right, and said, "Oh, y'all not gonna say it? I'll say it then." Huh? And then when you saw many of them didn't overtly disagree with her, then you knew they agreed. Huh? So, yeah. I'm just reading through some of you guys' comments. And Passport OGC, you get what I'm saying. And maybe I have to start bringing this back, emphasizing the influence on younger women from these particular women, right? And girls. And Passport OG says, imagine hearing Cynthia G before having your first boyfriend. Woof. Now, let me play this clip again. Let me play this clip to emphasize something here. Gives you a second. Here we go.
What's your unpopular opinion?
Whenever white girls are with black dudes, that pisses me off.
Because why are you with her and not with me?
Literally, like, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, what do you think about interracial relationships?
It's okay for like a black girl to mess with a white guy, but not the same thing for a black guy to mess with a white girl.
Hey, how do you feel about interracial relationships?
White women, if they date a black man, dead wrong. But if a black woman find her a rich white man, right on, sister. Black power.
What do you think about interracial relationships?
I think that black men should be with black women. I don't see why you wouldn't want to be.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
Black men belong with black women.
Hey, what's your unpopular opinion?
All of the men who are snow bunnies, they have mommy issues.
All right, why say that?
Because, like, why are half the men here snow bunnies? Like, go back to your roots. Your mom's black. Your sister's black. Like, your mother is a black woman. So for you not to like black women, there's something wrong right there. You were surrounded by black women, your aunties, your mommies.
When black girls do it because they genuinely like them, and I feel like when black boys do it, it's just because they're comparing them to black people.
That's the disconnect. You want easy headed, just say that.
When black girls lust to white guys, it's because, like, oh, they like a nice guy, this and this. But whenever it's a white girl, oh, I like snow bunnies, like it's a fetish. But when black girls like white boys, it's genuine.
That part.
What's your unpopular opinion?
White men are better than black men.
All right, why say that?
They ain't all that. The white boys do it the best.
White men are trash.
All right, why say that?
All of these women are young 20-something-year-olds. You see the way they're speaking. You see the hypocrisy. You see the double standard. Are they not children of Chrissy? Are they not children of Cynthia G? Are they not children of Crystalline Karazin? I know she's not a millennial. Huh? Are they not? Are they not children of Paris Milan? Going exactly to your comment, Passport OG. Huh? Now, they may not have heard them literally, but are they not children of, what's her name, Keating Jade? Huh? Are they not children of Kim Foster? Now, once again, these young women on this college campus may not have heard or watched these particular content creators' videos. They may not have been on their channels. But that whole spectrum of when we do it, it's excusable and it's understandable, and we understand why we date out, and why and when we date out, it's because we're looking for a nice guy, and when they date out, when black men date out, they're fetishizing these women, and these women are fetishizing them. That whole spectrum is represented by everyone from a Kim Foster all the way across to a Chrissy and a Cynthia G. Huh? So yes, if you followed Cynthia G since you were 15, since you were 14, if you followed Chrissy since you were 15 and 14, you are probably the sexual plaything for some non-black guy right now. Huh? Just like Chrissy was. Ooh, god damn, Z. Or is. Huh? You're probably the sexual plaything for some white guy and come up with all type of cockamamie stories to excuse it all. Just like Cynthia G. Oops. Talking about she was getting gifts from white guys and not giving them the box. Get out of here. Huh? Pastor G says, you gotta have a better selling point than your mama black. This is what I'm saying. Huh? But why does she have to have a better selling point than your mama black when her elders said the same thing? What I covered a few nights ago. Those women are in their 40s and their 50s, and they're saying the same. Your mama black. So of course the 20-something-year-olds are going to say the same thing. Huh? They don't appreciate you're on a college campus and the black men are showing you through action what their response to your mama black is. You know what their response to that is? To get up and walk away holding the white girl's hand or the Latina girl's hand. If you're at LSU, there are white women walking around, so you're in LA, right? Or you're in Cali, better yet, wherever. West Coast. There are white women walking around, Latina women walking around, and Asian women walking around you, and all of them are walking around with all different type of men, but in your case specifically black men. Do you not understand that this is black men's response to your mama's black instead of you being the type of woman that he appreciates? Huh? Man. Oh, is it? Louisiana State University. What is Mr. Z saying? The whole time Mr. Z was way off. I was way off. Okay. Now this okay, so I'm gonna have to cover this again then. Because this speaks to something different. This is a whole different angle now. Huh? Okay, Saint Sarah. Okay, I get it. I get it now. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I saw the clip. Well, no, I saw some of it. And Upstar says, Z, have you seen the Umar daughter thing? Yeah, I saw some of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. It's in my history to watch. I'll check it out. I agree with this. And Rael, every young man needs to hear this. And Rael says, if you got to spend money on her to spend time with you, she ain't feeling you. Exactly. 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 At the end of the day, the young women are getting their cues from the older women, which is weird because the older women are getting their cues from the young women. God damn, Z. Huh? Or is it that they just don't age and mature? Ooh, God, Z, are you telling black women they don't mature? Not you, Z. Not a black man saying that to black women. Huh? Oh, man. So, on that note, y'all, look, Z got things to do and places to be. We'll end out with this. Claudia Jordan and what she attempted to pull here, whatever conversation she was having, it fell on deaf ears because the black men, the young black men who are with the young black men who are with non-black women, they're not budging. If they end up with a black woman in the future, so be it. But for the most part, what you did was only confirm to them why they're not with a black woman in the first place. The conversation y'all attempted to have, the way y'all attempted to shame that brother, the way y'all attempted to make an example out of him, is exactly why those young black men aren't with black women. That's exactly why. And all you did with this was prove to them exactly why they aren't. Right? And Cal says, going live and I might open a panel. So on that note, y'all, we'll pause right there. As I said, shout out to Angry Man. The only thing, like I said, with that I disagree with Angry Man on was, well, the color thing. I don't even like having the conversation with Angry Man and the whole color thing, the whole colorism thing. That's okay. Anyway, black women talking colorism. Okay, cool. Black men talking colorism. As a person who's not particularly dark skinned, I definitely am not lighter than brown paper bag. Or light skin. It's really, I'm what I call myself medium brown, safe brown. Yeah. It's weird. But once he started getting into these Puerto Ricans, Cubans, and Dominicans, not holding on to slavery, and they don't have that, and they once you grow up around, when you went to school with Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, you see it all over their culture. I mean, all over. So yeah, maybe, and plus, remember, their descendants they're not ADOS, so of course they're not going to say the same things that ADOS say concerning slavery. But even with that, you definitely see where the issues are. You want to talk about colorism? Rife in their culture, right? Yeah. Anyway, that's the racial hierarchy rife in their culture. But once again, we'll pause right there. I'm not going to go over that again. Barry Hamilton, I'll end out with that. And Barry Hamilton says, Claudia Jordan is a relic of a once glorious past. Like all kingdoms, they fall. And on that note, oof, tough. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. And Mr. Z out. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night.